Let's have court. Part 20, I think. Don't worry, it'll be in the right order uploaded. This is a kind of long thing I wrote throughout the day, different points I wanted to make. So again, this will be kind of me on autopilot a little bit. For once, instead of just going off straight memory and what we've been finding lately, which makes the defamation present. So let's just get right into it. Your Honor, YouTube lawyers, TikTok lawyers, Facebook lawyers, Google lawyers, stalkers, crazy people, people with $20 million estates. Everyone, you know who you are. Let's go. Good to see you. Good morning. Let's begin. Oh, and Your Honor, of course. Forgive me, Your Honor. Let's begin. When people send thugs, FBI, and are allowed by YouTube to deploy a professional trolling campaign, then doesn't that prove everything I've been saying for 7 years? Why are they paying so much attention to me is the question. Why the shutdowns within 2 weeks? I'll get to that anyway. When they shut me down on TikTok 1 month after I joined, when no one knows who I am, or they shut my private Facebook account down 2 weeks after I joined, the day I announce I have a Facebook page on YouTube, because I had it for like 2 weeks and didn't tell anyone. That's why it even lasted that long. Otherwise, you know who would have had it taken down with one phone call, I'm sure, from Marty or Kirk or who fucking ever. Anyway. Doesn't that prove that someone behind the scenes is orchestrating it, Your Honor? Doesn't it? Awful coincidental. I don't think I'm too crazy on these websites. Your Honor, have you seen what's on these websites? Fox News is on these websites. Trump's on these websites. All, defamation judgments in the hundreds of millions, Your Honor. Proven, adjudicated, intentional liars, Your Honor. But I know public interest. Again, I could argue that I'm a celebrity, couldn't I? Anyway, watch the prior videos. So yeah, doesn't it kind of prove that someone's orchestrating that? Or when I get 3 channels shut down on YouTube, and the last one, they don't even shut it down. They just say, you really can't do anything on it, but we're going to leave it up. And if you can prove to us you have a positive channel history for, I don't know, an undetermined period of time, maybe we'll give you back something. I don't know. Who knows? They didn't tell me, give me a time frame, anything. And they said 7 days I could at least upload a video. They won't even let me do that. It's just unusable. The account's unusable. They've done it intentionally. Anyway, so, basically 3 whole channels, years of my life's work, just whatever, at the snap your fingers, it's gone, fuck you. All right, so, or when I get 3 channels shut down on YouTube, of course it does. Doesn't it prove what I'm saying? People know me by now and know I'm not dangerous. So why are so many powerful people so afraid of what I'm saying? You've witnessed it. This isn't bullshit. I'm not the bullshit guy on these other channels saying they're out to get me, the power structure. You've seen it. I've told you everything. Anyway, why are they so afraid? I'm just a little homeless joke, right? Isn't that what you guys called me and perceived me as? What are you afraid of? I'm a homeless joke. Anyway, I'm not doing this to make millions because this process would take years with appeals, etc. I'm looking for a reckoning. Of course, they'd spend $30 million not to pay me one for what they've done to my life. Of course they'll do that. It's a corporation. They can afford it. Who gives a fuck? I know what they'll do. I'm telling you in advance. I don't expect anything out of anyone without a 10-year wait. I'm realistic about this. It could take 15 years. It's a long process with different parties. Maybe some parties will be smart and not spend $30 million to not spend one. I don't know. I'm just using those numbers as an example. I'm not specifying I want that much money. No. What I'm saying is I know this is a process that they fight tooth and nail. It would take years. They'd throw every delay tactic, stall tactic to try and make me run out of money, interest, effort, energy. That's what rich people do. We've seen it. So I'm looking for a reckoning. The reckoning I want, Your Honor, and payment for my damages, recouping my damages that they've taken from me and cost me a career that I built for myself, Your Honor. No one else did. I built it. I'm looking for a reckoning. I want people to know, because I let a lot go on, because I'm not an army. I can't take on all these entities and make all the complaints and take all. That's what they wanted me to do. Be distracted by dumb people making videos, their claims online, blah, blah. Be distracted and waste my time in running circles and fuck the endeavor. I didn't do that. I didn't have time, Your Honor, to go after every individual person at the time. I didn't understand the grand scheme. I do now. I'm giving you the full picture of years of damage to my business and rep. So I want people to understand from this point forward that there's going to be a price to pay for defaming Nicholas Calabrese online, because it's eternal, what you're doing and what you've done. I'll never get that time period back. I'll never get that career back, that money back, because of you people, and you know who you are. So that's the reckoning I want, Your Honor. I don't think that's too much to ask, that when I'm defamed and mistreated by these social media websites, treated differently than others, intentionally, in collusion with certain people, they understand. The websites and the individuals understand there's a price to pay for defaming me from this point forward. That's all I'm looking for in the short term. In the long term, I want to recoup my damages. I know they'll spend $30 million not to spend one. I know them. That's how they operate. I don't expect my letters to do anything, people. I'm not stupid. I know how the world works. But the courts can do something. When Facebook says you are harassing people on a private account that no one can see except my members or fans or whoever I invite, this isn't circulated around Facebook so everyone can see it. They still shut it down in 2 weeks the day I announced it on YouTube. Makes it kind of obvious, doesn't it, Your Honor? Again, are you smelling the bullshit, Your Honor? Because, and it ain't coming from me. I don't wear diapers. I ain't that guy. That they platform adjudicated rapist, defamer, intentional liar, fraudster, scammer in business, and more, much, 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 much more. So yeah, when Facebook says you're harassing people on a private account, that this account somehow harasses people that no one can see on our website, then I will read all of the defamation of Susan Silver and a process server and lying in Florida court documents to show a millionaire family's practice of legal defamation via court documents leaked to the press intentionally to damage people's reputation. I'm going to read all that straight from the court documents, because it goes to character and how they operate, and are they trustworthy? Are these people that are on the up and up, or are they doing shady things in the background? And we'll discover that via subpoenas and things like that through that whole court process. We'll discover who's been complaining behind the scenes in the early days before YouTube and TikTok and all the other places decided, yeah, we just won't tell them who complained. We'll just pretend we just found it. But when someone calls them a rapist and murderer, video's still up today. We won't just find that, where it says rapist and murderer, literally in the title by this individual. Still up today, 7 years later. Utter defamation of me. This platform enabled. People complained. No one cared. Okay to call Nick a murderer and a rapist, not say it's a theory or opinion or anything. Right in the title. Rapist, murderer. Still up. Take it down if you want to. I already screenshot it. That screenshot has a date on. Too late. Damage done. Let's continue. I don't want to get out of order here, Your Honor. My apologies. So I'm going to read all that stuff when Facebook comes to court with the defense that, well, he's harassing this famous family with his private account with 500 followers. Is that a legitimate argument, Your Honor? That's why I made it private. I didn't want to circulate it around, because I know it gets shut down in 3 seconds, because they're not fair with me. The rules are applied unevenly. So I'm going to read all that to show who's really harassing people, defaming people via the courts, using documents, giving them to the presses. Again, this is a public relations firm type family, Your Honor. They're all about that. Image is everything. That's why she wanted the will redacted, so they couldn't see the stepdaughter was cut out of it mercilessly. In my opinion, this is my theory, she was worried about her image, not Chris's. That's just my opinion, though. I have no evidence to that. I'm not inside her head. Anyway, the fact that Google has not restored my first Google account and YouTube has not restored my first channel despite my pleas, that tells the world, excuse me, Your Honor, that I am still branded a scammer by them. The ones that named me a scammer. A huge corporation worth billions. So I was branded a scammer by them. That should nullify any statute of limitations if they apply in this matter. Therefore, the defamation is current and present tense and future as well. I forgot to write that, Your Honor. It's everlasting. It's on the internet. So yeah, I really don't want to hear the arguments that they're, oh, well, that was done back then. No, it was allowed to remain up. Someone tomorrow, a babe in the woods, could go to one of those websites that's never seen me, that didn't know me back then, didn't see the videos, didn't see the tumult and craziness that I had to endure. They come there. They see the defamation of me, whether it be Facebook, Twitter, blah, 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 everywhere a Lipstick Alley is on. And their own website, Lipstick Alley, comes up in top search results. The person that defamed me. You go down their blind items, you find, oh, charlatan Nicholas Six with nothing to back it up. Defamation. Lying, say I tried to contact them. Defamation. Then they said it was their opinion that I tried to contact them at the end, but, you know, they're not that smart. Defamation. So it's all present tense, and it's future because the internet is forever, baby. That information is out there forever. Damage done. Too late. Too late. So I'm still branded a scammer by YouTube and Google. A Google account was taken away. A YouTube channel was taken away for violating scamming practices. Whatever they fucking wrote. They branded me a scammer. It's still present tense, Your Honor. That's why statute of limitations don't apply here. Therefore, the defamation is current and present tense and future tense. They don't magically find, and I'm really talking about YouTube, well, others too, other websites, Facebook, because I'm sure when I contact Facebook with subpoenas and shit, oh, no one complained to us. We're not conspiring with some outside third party to shut you down. We just found you. And YouTube did the same thing over and over. But they forgot that lie back in the beginning when they called me a scammer. And put their name on it, signed it right underneath. Nick is a scammer. YouTube. Whatever. You chose that path in life. All the brilliant legal minds, executives, etc., cubicle workers. You know who you are. Who are assigned to Nikki. You know who you are. And you know the team who's assigned to Nick. At YouTube and everywhere else. So yeah, they don't magically find all the people that post Howard Stern content. They make Howard complain to take the content down on an individual basis. I heard this directly from Howard's mouth in one of his broadcasts. So how come nearly every time they take my content down, they tell me they just found it? Same thing the FBI will tell me too. They just found me, no one called. Yeah, right. Like Marty didn't call. Okay. They had already ruined my business when they took down my first channel and called me a scammer. So my content was bringing in substantially less money for them after they ruined me and substantially less money for me. I want to go back for a moment, Your Honor. What do we have, 14 minutes? I'll try and keep it 20 or under and continue in another video. Let me go back to this Google and YouTube thing. So they've branded me a scammer up till the present tense. Why, Your Honor? What evidence of there is that? That they haven't restored my first channel despite me asking them to way back in the day. They haven't restored my Google account. I don't even know how to handle that. Google's all powerful. They're God, you know. But they defamed me. They took an account away and called me a scammer. I had to report that to my audience and explain it to them because I tell them everything and I'm transparent. And that's their fault, not mine. I had to explain why my channel is gone. They call me a scammer, and now I'm over here. People look at me, where is this guy? He's here, he's there, his channel. Scammer? Millions of people saw that, potentially, Your Honor. The word scamming practice, whatever, associated with my name, my business, my endeavor. That's the damage. So even up till the present, Google and YouTube and others are labeling me a scammer or a problem child. It's a big deal. And they've never changed their mind. They've never apologized and give me the stuff back. Hey, you've never been charged with anything. We see at this point we were wrong. Here, take it back. I'd still want damages, though, because for 7 years, this was allowed to be, gospel. That you're not allowed to have this Google account because you're a scammer. And you're not allowed to have this YouTube channel because you're a scammer. Because some hurt middle-aged woman painted you as a scammer to us, and we wanted to believe it. We were waiting for something like that on you. Because we had millionaires breathing down our neck about you. So again, Google and YouTube. Present tense defamation. Again, no statute of limitations in my opinion here, Your Honor. Because they haven't reversed course. They haven't corrected or retracted calling me a scammer and taking my channel and my Google account away. Tremendous damage having to explain that to your viewers. Their faith in you, their trust in you, financially. And that was the point with the whole scamming phenomena that they all came at me with, because none of them are me, and they all knew it. Oh shit, what do we do with this guy? Scammer, take his money away, starving homeless, he can't make videos. That's what we do with this guy. And websites conspired in that, in my opinion. That would require subpoenas and information to prove, Your Honor. My apologies, we're not at that phase yet. Where are we at? 17 minutes. I can't emphasize this enough. The taking away of the Google account and YouTube channel, my first, where I had the big numbers. I was on a roll, baby. This could have been a career for me. Who knows how big it could have been. That's why they had to stop me. They saw this. They were like, oh my God, this guy's going to be huge. We have to nip this in the bud. Many parties, not just one. But websites agreed and went along and did the dirty work. Especially Google, especially YouTube. They're the ones that painted me a scammer in front of millions of people. And made me have to go explain that to people that trusted me. Ruined my reputation. Everything to this day, Your Honor. Present tense and future tense. Until it's retracted or reversed. And still, I want damages. Damage done. Never get that audience back, ever. They'll never trust me again. This is eternal, Your Honor. So one more time, they don't magically find all the people that post Howard Stern content. They don't just magically find it all and take it down. It's weird how that works. A person that makes some money, they just don't magically find all the content and get rid of it. With me, they just magically find me and get rid of me all the time. It's great. It's a weird dichotomy there. I heard this directly from Howard's mouth in one of his broadcasts, so how come nearly every time they take my content down, they tell me they just found it? Obvious, Your Honor, that's not true. The story, the pattern keeps repeating, and it's quite obvious at this point what's going on. So how come nearly every time they take my content down, they tell me they just found it? The story seems to change depending on how much money is made from the stolen content. Howard brings people to YouTube against his will, but he brings money in. They had already ruined my business when they took down my first channel and called me a scammer. So my content was bringing in substantially less money for them after they ruined me, and substantially less money for me. That's damages, that's money, that's loss of reputation, that's loss of career, opportunity, freedom, liberty, all that good stuff that we love in America. We allege to love in America. Right, Your Honor? Anyway, YouTube also allowed a mentally challenged boy to call me a rapist and a murderer. They didn't magically find that content and remove it. It's still up right now. Don't bother taking it down. It's already been screenshot, and that screenshot has a date on it. Too late. Damage done. YouTube is liable. How come you didn't find the Nicholas 6 rapist videos? I was never charged with rape, convicted of rape, accused of rape, ever. I'm not that dude. When one says no, then it's no. I never murdered anyone either. And no, there was no, it's my opinion, I allege this, whatever. Nothing like that. YouTube could care fucking. Whole channels were dedicated to abuse on me. Whole channels. Multiple. I'm a celebrity. YouTube didn't give a fuck. Other videos on other channels. We've looked all over the internet lately. They're all still up. Whatever, you chose this path. So I guess I'm a celebrity now. People do vids about me. They treat me like that. So yeah, they allowed this mentally challenged boy to call me a rapist and murderer on a daily basis. Defame me utterly and completely, and it's still up. They didn't magically find that because it's me. They want me gone. They want that rapist murderer video on there for 7 years. It's still there. Don't bother hiding it now. It's too late. Where are we at here? Yeah, no problem. Didn't just magically find the mentally challenged boy who called me a murderer and rapist every day, and people in every person I blocked and had a falling out with, they all ganged up on me over there in the comment section. YouTube, they didn't give a flying fuck. When the troll campaign was being deployed, YouTube didn't give harassing women, saying vile sexual shit, vile screen names. I mean, just the most disrespectful, disgusting, evil shit. YouTube could have cared less. Oh, we know it's a PR firm deploying a troll farm because we're a social media company. We know how it works. Troll farms, bots, Russian trolls, government trolls, military trolls, political trolls, increases metrics, brings money in, increases views, comments, etc., activity, metrics, money. This isn't a secret. I'm going to talk about all that too. This is well-known stuff. So they didn't give a flying fuck, and that a recognizable professional PR firm trolling operation was going on a guy who's brand new to YouTube, who's never seen that before, and to that magnitude. He's seen it on people's other channels. This was hardcore, man. And people can testify to that, Your Honor, that have been there since day one. They can testify to that. Put their hand on a Bible. It was vicious. YouTube allowed that and could have cared less. The priority was get Nick out of there. Ruin his name, reputation. Ruin his business. Ruin his endeavor. Scare the shit out of his audience. Just like the plan was when the thugs came to scare the shit out of me. But they didn't scare me. I saw the fear in their eyes. And that's dead serious. I'll put my hand on a Bible. I'm not kidding. I don't know how it went like that, but it went like that. That was the intent, to either scare the shit out of me or get me on camera in a furious state, which any man would be. I explained it already, Your Honor. Then once they realized if they send thugs again, it might be a bigger problem, and there might be some ties found. Because one of them might not make it back or something, accident or something. I don't know. Once they realized that, after they saw my video, this didn't go well. These guys got scared and drove off. I mean, like that. They didn't sit around and wait for me or play with their phones or go in the store. Right off. These thugs that showed up. The FBI, so they weren't customers. They were looking for me. Obviously, from what I told you, right? Obviously. They just drove right off after the okay thing. As I was walking to get my tire iron. And when I came back, gone. They weren't sitting there. They weren't wondering what we got to do, asking some other person for directions that came out after. Nope. None of that. Gone. 24 minutes. I got to stop. Next video, Your Honor, number 21. Sorry.